My name is Trip, and welcome to Trippy Reads. Today I will be reviewing the book Nothing Tastes as Good by Dumas. This story follows a young man who, by his own admission, is morbidly obese, and he enrolls in a study for a new trial medication that addresses weight loss and weight management. And throughout the story, we get an understanding of some of the side effects that he experiences after taking this medication. This book is considered a horror novel. In my opinion, I would call it a thriller. I would not call this book a horror, but it is under the horror category. High level, without any spoilers, I rated this book a 3 out of 5. Those are all of my non-spoilery thoughts. So I am about to go into just a couple of things that are a little spoilery. Well, they may be considered a spoiler. Maybe you won't think it's a spoiler, but just in case. So I'm going to go into that now. All right, let's get into it. So from a potential spoiler perspective, like I said, this guy is enrolling in this study and he gets some side effects. The side effects cause him to crave human flesh. And we get some instances, some sequences where he is outlining those cravings and kind of what he does to satisfy those cravings. Like I said, I gave this book a 3 out of 5. It really, in my opinion, is not a horror book. Definitely more on the thriller side. And I only say that because of the horror scenes that the scenes that would be considered horror that we do get are not really fleshed all the way out to my liking. If I'm gonna read about it, like, let's go all the way. He didn't really take it all the way. Don't get me wrong, we did get some graphic description, but if this is what the story is about, the guy taking medication and now he wants to eat people, I would think that we would spend a little bit more time talking about that and not necessarily kind of the lead up. But I guess that's the one thing about me. I am definitely plot driven more so than character driven. I'm self-aware in that aspect. So I do try to give the characters a pretty solid chance and not just focus on the plot and the action of the story. Like I said, not a bad story. I'm definitely going to keep it. I will say this cover is out of control. I love the cover. It was almost a blind buy. I really just saw horror and, the themes in there. And I was like, ooh, okay, I'll buy it. And then I saw the cover and I was like, well, good gracious, I have to get it. It's just so pretty. Like, it's simple, but it is very pretty. So those are my thoughts on Nothing Tastes as Good by Dumas. Or Dumas. I'm not sure of how you would say his last name. A good solid 3. Great story. Had a lot of potential to lean a little bit more into the horror. But if you're interested in that kind of a thing, I would check this book out. It is funny. There are some definite funny aspects to this book. There is some queer representation that is in this book as well. And additionally, I guess this might be a trigger warning for some eating disorders. I would kind of tread lightly with that if, that is a concern to anyone that might be reading this book. With that being said, I would definitely recommend this book if it sounds like something you're interested in. It is definitely worth the read. Thank you so much for listening, guys. And, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.